Hey everyone, I'm Epion, and today we are opening our box of Modern Masters 2015. I was able to get this last night, and I wanted to get everything all set up so that I could do an unboxing for you guys. So we'll probably just go through like the cool uncommons, see if we get any remands, electrolyzed, lightning bolts, stuff like that. Otherwise, it'll probably just be the foils and the rares. So I'm gonna take all of these guys out so that I can get this box out of the way, and then we'll get started. So, we were talking yesterday about what I really wanted to see out of my box, and I don't know. I'm kind of torn because I have a pretty fair amount of some of these, like Chase Mythics, but I'm just not totally sure what I want. So we'll skip past all these guys. And nothing there. And our rare is an Indomitable Archangel. Well, I guess it doesn't want to refocus. And a Myr Enforcer. So I think that I would like to try and finish my playset of Mox. That would be pretty nice. Otherwise, Tarmogoyf is always nice. That would be okay. I mean, I hear that $150 cards are pretty good. Splinter Twin, not too shabby. I definitely already have a playset of these guys, so there we go. Get it to refocus. So that's not too bad. And then a Sunspear Shikari. Come on, refocus. You can do it. I believe in you. What I might have to do is change the focus on here so that it's not auto-focusing on the background. I think right now this is probably fine. Let's try. Let's try and focus this guy. Doesn't want to focus. Well, that's just much worse. Oh, there we go. Alright, so those are all our commons. We've got a Flash Freeze, a Chalice, an Agony Warp, Hercule's Recall, a card that's been seeing a lot more play in Modern. That's not too shabby. And an Inner Flame Igniter. No mythics yet, so we'll see when we get our first mythic. Goyf wouldn't be too bad. Vendilion Click, always a pretty zesty pick. Let's see. There's all of our commons. Bloodshot Trainee, a Groll Turf, and a Swiftblade. An Etched Monstrosity, not my favorite card. And a Vampire Lacerator. I definitely have plenty of these guys. Ended up playing quite a bit in the, I think they printed those in that Zendikar block. Alright, let's see what's in this guy. Alright. So we got Hikari, Codal, and Palaka Worm, and a Spike Shot Elder. Not something we wanted to see. And a Waxbane Baku. So still striking out in terms of Chase Mythics, or really any good foils so far. Oh, that's the wrong way. Alright. So we've got our Mutagenic Growth, not too bad for Infect, Canarium, and Hobgoblin, and a Precursor Golem. And a Plagued Rusalka. Oh, no, Noble Hierarch is another card that I wouldn't mind seeing at all. So far, the only thing of mention that we've really gotten has been Splinter Twin. Celestial Purge. There's the Remand we were looking for. We'll go ahead and put that with the rares. And a Midnight Banshee as our rare. And a nice little foil Thrumming Bird. If nothing else, a pretty card. You know, if you're familiar with Dumb and Dumber, you can go ahead and insert that pretty bird line from the little kid. Although this one's less dead. Alright. And here we are at our uncommons. Nothing really noteworthy. And a Mystic Snake. Along with a Gnarlid pack. So we're now a third of the way through the box. No mythics yet. And so far, our only real rare has been Splinter Twin, which I already have a play set of. And we got a Remand too, which isn't too bad. But those are starting to crash now that this set is out. Alright. Firebird, Eldrazi Temple, and a Savage Twister, and a Profane Command. Definitely not my favorite command. I think we would have preferred if this was a Cryptic Command. And a Helium Squirter. Kind of cool in the foil, though. They must have saved all the good stuff for these last packs. Alright. Get out of here, you token. Alright, so we got a Swordsmith, an Incandescent Soulstoker, and a Canarium. Here's another rare we don't mind seeing, Daybreak Cronette with the alt art. That's not too shabby at all. And a Kami of Ancient Law. That guy's actually pretty cool in terms of having a dude that you can sack to destroy an enchantment. Not the best one, but pretty cool card either way. Alright. Back at it. Whoa, Spread the Sickness, an Axe, and a Sigil Blessing. And we got an Edric-Sar Master Breeder. This was one of the cards that everybody sort of made fun of when they were announcing this set because of just how bad this card actually is. And a Sickle Reaper. So yeah, a lot of the jokes going around were, you know, people opening up their Modern Masters packs and getting things like him, and then being like, boy, thanks, Wizards of the Coast, you're awesome. Alright, so we'll go through these guys real quick. Alright, Boros Garrison, a Selesnya Sanctuary, and an Ethercast Knight, and an Ant Queen. But we are redeemed because there's a foil Primeval Titan behind it. So this guy definitely saved us from this Ant Queen. Not too shabby for a foil. This is actually the first mythic of our box too, so that's a little concerning considering that we are halfway through all of our packs. And the first mythic was a foil in another pack. Awesome card, nonetheless. I think I may put that in one of my more casual EDH decks in paper that don't follow the ban list, because he's obviously banned in Commander. Alright, still nothing noteworthy inside of our commons. Accumulhawks, Devouring Greed. There's one of those lightning bolts that we were looking for. And there is our next mythic, a Vendilion Click in the new art. So one of the rumors going around about this card is that it was modeled after the Powerpuff Girls, because if you look closely, there's a green, a blue, and a red fairy in the Vendilion Click. So the rumor was that this card was modeled after Powerpuff Girls. Either way, I love this new art. A lot of people aren't a fan of it, though. And a Death Mark. Alright, so this is starting to turn around. We got a Daybreak Cronette, Splinter Twin, a Foil Primeval Titan, and a Vendilion Click. So we're definitely getting better in the second half of this box. Hopefully that keeps up. Alright, Scavenger Drake, a Shrewd Hatchling, a new Spectral Procession. I happen to like this art quite a bit. And then, oh, well, now this is an interesting turn of events. We get this Inexorable Tide, pretty ho-hum, but behind that, a foil Noble Hierarch. So we said we were looking for Noble Hierarch in here. Well, here she is in all of her foil glory. Not too shabby at all. This is a card that I never got to play with. I basically briefly stopped playing Magic for a little bit, and this was one of the cards that was printed during the time that I stopped. So it's cool to get to play with this card, and even better, it's foil. This is an insta-slam into my Commander decks. This is so awesome. So this box is definitely picking up in the second half. And we'll go over all the rares too before I end the video so you guys can see them all again. Alright, let's see. Get rid of this token. Repeal's not too bad. That's a card that's seeing more play as well. Alright, so we got Overwhelm, a Mortar Pod. There's one of those Electrolyzes, and an Eye of Ugin. Not too bad. And a Vines of Vastwood. Definitely a card that's seeing play in Infect. So if you're one of those dirty Infect people, I got your foil Vines of Vastwood here. Alright, so we're getting ready to finish the 2/3 mark of this box. Second half has definitely been better to us than the first half. Alright, so a Water Servant, Artisan, and a Pillory. And there is another Mythic, and Iona, Shield of Emeria. Funny story about Iona is that I actually have one in my Angel EDH deck. Sorry if you see that flicker, I had to turn my monitor back on. I had to borrow one from my girlfriend for my Angel EDH deck in paper. And so she's been waiting for me to get another Iona so that she can have hers back. Looks like today's the day. And a Stormblood Berserker. Alright, down to the last 8 packs. Looks like we should... Well, we've gotten 2 Mythics as our actual pack rares. So hopefully there's still one more hanging out in here for us. Alright. Nothing really of note there. And a Horde of Notions is our rare for this one. And some Rioters. My girlfriend actually just brought me all of her rares from her Modern Masters box. So I'll probably end this video and then I'll record another one to just briefly go over her rares as well, so you guys can check those out. Compare the 2 boxes. Let me know who won. I have a feeling you're gonna say her. Even though this one's been pretty good. And a Swans of Bryn Argol. This was another card people made fun of because nobody wanted it. And a foil Simic Growth Chamber. Not too shabby. These, I'm not a huge fan of bounce lands in EDH, but it's a pretty sweet looking foil. Alright, let's see. We're getting down to the last couple here. Hopefully we can still get some more cash monies out of here. Daggerclaw Imp, meh. Guildmage, meh. Edged Oracle, meh. And a Mirren Crusader, a card I already have just about 3.5 million of, so not much going on there. And a Dusk Hunter Bat. Another card I have 3.5 million of. But, you know, for different reasons, it's common. Alright, let's see. Not much going on with these commons. Hopefully there's still another Remand in here. That would be nice. Wrecking Ball. And an Argent Sphinx with a Spite Bellows underneath. This actually is not too shabby for Kiki Jiki, so I may go ahead and throw this one right in there. Down to the last 4 packs. These are starting to get all messy. Here, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Now that we're down to the last 4 packs, you know, I'll go ahead and clean this up and build the suspense a little bit. How's that sound? There we go. Alright, still not a whole lot going on in here. Rootkin Ally, a Core Duelist, Mole Drifter, and a Lodestone Golem. Vengeful Rebirth is actually kind of sweet as a foil. It's a nice little pseudo reanimator for green-red. Get stuff back and deal some damage. Alright. Get rid of you, Mr. Token. Alright, and we're at Expedition Map, a card that I always love for EDH decks, so I'm always welcoming more of those. Another Spite Bellows, and a Spellskite. So still coming through a little bit of money. This is a card that I was never willing to pay for when it was in Standard. I always played Bug Tezzeret while these guys were in Standard, and they just didn't fit right in my deck. So I'm excited to have one of these too. Always a sweet card for Modern. And then we have a Soulbright Flamekin. So we're still hoping there's one more Mythic in here. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to do it. Oh, and then my monitor turned off again, which means the lighting's going to go all crazy. Alright. Still going through these guys. Not really anything going on here. Alright, got a Phoenix, Tezzeret's Gambit, Necrogenesis, and a Creekwood Liege. This is another one of my girlfriend's favorite cards. She absolutely loves spitting out these little worm tokens and then feeding them to Sack Outlet in her Savra deck. So, got another one of these for that. And lastly, a Burst Lightning in foil. Another pretty foil card. Alright, last pack. I hope you guys are crossing your fingers. I tell you I'm crossing mine, but you know that that's not true. Obviously, you can see my hands. Alright, fingers crossed, everybody. Mutagenic Growth, Dimir Aqueduct, Dismember. Here, just to build suspense, we're going to reveal the foil first. Wings of Veilbase, that's fine. Alright, here we go. Show me Tarmogoyf. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like we may have an Eldrazi. We do. It's a Kozilek the Butcher card that I still don't have, so that is super exciting for me. I've only ever got to play with this card on MTGO, so I am stoked to have this in paper. So let me move all the rest of this stuff out of the way, and I'll set some of our chase cards down in the middle of the mat so that you can have a look at those as we're going through our rares. Alright, so obviously we have our Kozilek that we just got, Creekwood Liege, a Spellskite, Lodestone Golem, Argent Sphinx, Mirran Crusader. Move these guys over a little bit. the Swans, Horde of Notions, and Iona, Shield of Emeria. Oh, Vines of Vastwood, what are you doing? Get out of here. Eye of Ujin, our Foil Noble Hierarch, which I am stoked about. Inexorable Tide, our Vendilion Click, Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff? Powderpuff? Powerpuff. Foil Primeval Titan, pretty sweet. Ant Queen. Now we're getting down to the beginning of our box that was a bit crap. Edric? Yeah, Edric Sar. Anyways, Daybreak Cronette, which is pretty sweet. Profane Command. Mystic Snake. Midnight Banshee. Remand, which I'm happy that at least I got one of. Precursor Golem. Spike Shot Elder. Etched Monstrosity. Hercule's Recall. Splinter Twin. And Indomitable Archangel. There you go. I'll go ahead and put this back into focus so that you can check out all of the Chase Rare cards that we got. Spellskite, Noble Hierarch, Primeval Titan, Remand, Splinter Twin, Daybreak Cronette, Vendilion Click, Iona, and Kozilek. Also, I hope that you enjoyed my hand reveal. There you go, here they are. So that's pretty fancy. Anyhow, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave it a like. I hope to do more unboxings. We've got Magic Origins coming out soon, so I should be able to crack one of those for you guys on here as well. Let me know what you thought of this unboxing. Do you love what I got here? And until next time, this is Epion signing off, but only briefly because I'm going to record another video to put up right after this one, which is my girlfriend's Modern Master box, the rares only, so that you guys can compare and let me know who won. Anyhow, this time, I'm Epion, signing off.